It's Sue Greenwald here with Awakened Stories here today with Deanna Carr from the Mystical Moonlight. Hey, Deanna, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All right, just following up with a lot of random Q&As today.
Hmm.
So today is the question is about thunder. Now we had talked about how lightning and thunder is not like a natural phenomenon like we're taught it is.
Yeah.
It's I think you said it was supposed to go sideways, but now it goes up and down.
Yeah, for lightning. Yeah.
Been changed for the lightning. So what is the purpose of thunder?
There really is no purpose. I mean, from our standpoint, we use thunder as a way to count how far
The
the
lightning
storm
strikes
is
them?
from us.
Yeah.
And that's based off of light is faster than sounds. Um, there really is no purpose. Like, I think really what it is, if you think about thunder, doesn't that kind of put a little bit of fear in you when you hear
Yeah.
it?
That was
Um,
my theory is it's here to build fear. Like look what it does to the animals, right?
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
and little kids, right?
Hmm.
They're
Yep.
afraid of it.
Especially, yeah. Dogs, think about that. So when we first moved down to Florida, we were closer to the coast. And the storms were completely different than Pennsylvania, right? They shook the ground from the thunder. Like
Mhm.
I've never had an experience where the ground shook when it was thundering out. Like never. Like yeah, they could be loud and intense, but never have I felt it physically.
Wow.
Um, and once we moved towards the inside of Florida, it was a little bit different. It's not as intense,
Right.
but that is the first thing. Like you see lightning, but as soon as you hear the thunder, that's when the fear kicks in.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that's different for other cultures because there are cultures that are used to it. They're used to continuing their day. Whereas here in America, it's like once it starts storming, it's like go inside, wait for it, and then you can get back to business.
Right.
And so that the purpose of the thunder mostly is the fear. It's find shelter, seek shelter, and hide.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what's instilled in us.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Good answer. So it's not a physical object, it's just a sound and it's designed mostly to scare us.
Yes.
Unless
Yeah.
there's something we're not aware of at this point.
Yeah. There's nothing really. Sorry, there is something above me. There is no purpose to it, besides that. And for it to be created, they aren't actually using any mechanical engineering for it. It is a chemical reaction base that kind of creates a combustion to create the sounds, which is why you see the lightning first, then the thunder. So the combustion's the lightning, the sound's the thunder.
Okay. Are they using a machine like Heart Machine or some sort of other
Yeah, yeah,
technology?
they're using some sort of machine to create it and
Okay.
pinpoint where they want it to start.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome news.
Mhm.
So our disasters, our natural disasters, which the insurance doesn't pay for, by the way, are not so natural, are they?
No, they are not natural.
Okay.
Most everything is not natural, and the natural ones usually don't last like this.
Yeah.
They don't last as long. They should be a lot faster. And we've noticed a pickup in the natural disasters recently. Like if you go to the charts from when they track the data before to now, it
Yeah.
has picked up. Now, a lot of people think that it's because it's the earth cleansing itself of humans, which I mean, totally understand that aspect, right? But for the most part, it is something creating it to create natural disasters because it creates dependency, right? And then also creates chaos and financial issues for
Right.
people. So they're willing to do a lot more when they have no other options.
Right. So when a storm happens, you can abduct people, you can, abduct take their property before,
Mm-hmm.
during, and after. And I mean, there's
Yeah.
all sorts of like economic benefits for like the bad guys, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And we have said before that hurricanes are also not natural,
Yeah.
right?
It used to be like you'd get one or two for a few years. Like it wasn't as like, okay, hurricane season's coming up. We already had a scare for one, probably get at least five more scares. It
Yeah.
wasn't as many as often.
Yeah.
And not all of them, stay on course for a hurricane or whatever, but it's not natural to have as many as we're getting. I
Right.
mean, just think about there are people that are still trying to recover from hurricanes that were years and years ago, and they still haven't recovered. So it does create a huge shift in the economy and the ecosystem of whoever's in that area.
Exactly. Exactly. Horrible.
Mhm.
Horrible. Same with tornadoes.
Yeah, tornadoes. I mean, just think about Tornado Alley. Same thing. People are going off buying the lands from the people that can't afford to rebuild. Um, they should not be happening as often.
Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Some of the birds seem to have their migration pattern interrupted. And what's causing that? That's a,
Well, there's a few reasons. One is mostly humans taking over their territory. So just imagine, you're going to visit your, I don't know, this big butterfly. um you're going to go visit your brother, right? And you haven't talked to him in a few years, and you decide to go take a travel up there, and then all of a sudden there's no house, there's nothing there, it's gone. You don't know where he's gone, you don't know where you're supposed to be, are you even in the right spot? So same thing for the animals is they know the spot by the landmark, the location, their internal GPS. So when we start building and taking over the land,
right.
you have disrupted their system. You've
Right.
you've taken away their Wi-Fi for their GPS.
Right.
And it causes a disruption in that sense. And then it's also they land, they're not allowed to be there. People start shooting at them. Where do they go? So humans have taken over all these aspects of these natural habitats. And in reality, where are they supposed to go? So they are going to spots where they feel more comfortable. Some have, not migrated. And then we're also losing a lot of animals because of not even just hunting, but because of, going into a spot that they're not familiar with and getting hit by cars and trucks and all that.
Pollution as well. I
Oh,
was
pollution's
telling
horrible.
I was telling somebody the other day when I was a girl, the birds were all birds and bugs. Like if you took a trip, your windshield would be covered with bugs. Covered. It's not like that anymore. And
No,
the birds, there'd be so many birds. And at night in the evening, they'd all get on the phone lines and sit there. There'd be
yeah,
thousands and thousands of birds. We don't have that anymore.
no.
Like,
Because you've got to think we've taken away not only their location
yeah,
to create nests, but their food supplies.
yeah,
You're putting pesticides into your lawn so they don't have bugs to eat.
yeah,
You're, putting cats outside so they're going to kill the birds. There's a lot of
yeah.
reasons that they started to dwindle, and that's not just for the birds. This is for anything. Alan was telling me the other day in Florida, they have a spot for gopher tortoise where they dig holes and burrow, and then they'll come back out. Well, now they're trying to develop on a site that's specific for these golfer tortoise. And so they want to take it away. So what they do is they just level it out while the tortoise are still underneath. So you're
Horrible.
not only you're torturing them, you're killing them,
Yeah,
but you're taking away their natural habitat for what? Now I'm saying Florida because that's where I'm at, but the growth rate here is tremendous in the sense of there's way too much of it. Like they don't need all these buildings. They keep popping up all these apartment complexes. And I'm sure that's the same in other spots.
right.
But what happens when you take down a whole forest? What happens when you take down the woods? You're taking away homes, you're taking away the bugs, the beetles, the birds,
Yeah,
anything else.
yeah,
And we don't really think about that as humans, is this is a shared earth and we just think we have priority.
exactly. Okay.
Mm.
All right. And then we've seen migration of like butterflies even disrupted. So like all the creatures have been affected by what we've just talked about.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
also have the thing, they're also, their internal clocks, their internal GPS, they function off of one thing. And usually we talk about mechanics, magnetism. What are they being magnetized towards? We have all sorts of magnets all over this place. So they see a certain way, and we are changing the way they can see it.
Oh, okay. Magnetism.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, One last question.
Okay.
Yellowstone Park. About 2, 3 weeks ago, there was a migration of bears out of the park.
Hmm.
And then prior to that, we've seen migrations of different creatures, bison, whatever. Is there a specific reason all these bears were walking out of the park?
It's time to go.
Okay.
So, if you think about any movie where people are taking over, what's the first thing that goes? Even if you think about the Lorax, the animals are the first ones to try to leave because they have a better sense than we do. We're killing the planet and we're killing the planets. So, they're trying to find the best location for themselves. Unfortunately, for animals, it's a lot harder in this world than it is for humans because they really don't have anywhere to go. They have to make their natural habitat outside, and they've got to keep pushing forward.
Wow. It's shocking that they would think that being out of a natural park, national park is better than being in the park.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
We know there's stuff going on inside these national parks. What are they doing in that park?
That park, I'm getting after hours, they go in and they start mining. So there's secret locations where they're pulling stuff out of the earth.
Okay. Okay. Looking for artifacts or minerals?
I'm getting both, but mostly minerals.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
One quick last question. Why are there no major cities in the Yellowstone area?
Because if you put up buildings, you can't dig.
Ah, good point.
Mhm.
Good point. Okay. Anything else we should know about these topics?
Not that I'm aware of, but you guys can always ask.
Cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your time today.
Of course.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.